Hi fellas, Edge 4006. Just doing another video here. This video is about what's a good pistol for a lady or a woman in your life to have and to shoot. What is a good pistol that'll work for them? Well, it's funny because this video is not going to be too far off from the one I was doing about a new gun, in my opinion. What to do? I've met some women I've seen on YouTube and seen some at the range. You see them shooting 1911s, Glocks, everything under the sun. They're capable of shooting just about everything. But I think it takes a little bit. It's not something so immediate. Right away they're shooting that. I think they kind of build up to it, just like most people do smartly, I would imagine. So that way you learn the different functions of pistols and disciplines of them to be safe when you're shooting. But one of the things I was noticing the other day is when I was showing my wife a pistol, she can't cock. I'm sure she can do it if she worked on her technique, but she had a hard time with my Glock, my 1911, or even this 6R SP22. She had a hard time cocking the slide back to load one in the chamber. And I showed her a technique where you cross your arms. You kind of just cross them against each other. And even with somebody who doesn't have a lot of arm strength, I would figure she could do that. I think it's a technique issue because I'm almost sure she can. She's hit me hard enough to know that she has some arm strength. That being said, but I tried to get her to, and I guess she just wasn't into it, or it's possible she cannot do it. But I think she really wasn't into it. She's not much into guns. But I'm trying to get her to come around and go to the range. One thing though I did when I did pick up this pistol, which I want to show has all snap caps in it right now. I asked her, this is a Smith & Wesson Model 19-3 snub nose, 2.5 inch barrel. I did ask her when I picked up this pistol. I told her, hey, do me a favor, because I know pretty much anybody can shoot with, and when it's in single action, anybody can probably boom, mouse fart will let that sucker go off. But I asked her, go ahead and pull the trigger on that and tell me how it feels, and I thought she was gonna have some trouble with it, but the trigger is so smooth on this pistol. Just see this, boom. Yeah, she pulled that trigger, without it, effortlessly. And that's why I was like, whoa, that might be the gun, when I'm out of town, or maybe I can get her to get her interested in pistols. This might be the gun that'll do it. The only thing about that is it's not a cheap gun, and I bought her nice stuff before, nice sunglasses and other stuff that she didn't, paid a good penny for. I didn't get cheap on them, and she didn't really show me that she cared too much for them. So I'm not looking into spending $700 or $800 on a revolver to have her just leave it around anywhere. Like, it's going to be a good idea in a house where we do have a 9-year-old. But it was pretty cool. I just saw her just go through it. She pulled the triggers, effortlessly a couple times. I was like, well, that's it. Maybe that was some 38 plus B. So I'm thinking about maybe getting her into a Smith & Wesson, maybe a Ruger. Rugers have a good reputation and good quality as well. I do like the Smith over Rugers personally. I was thinking about the Charter Arms 38 Special. It's a 5-shot. But then, the ones I've handled, my best friend's mother has one. They're the ones who set me up with this pistol when I did some work for them. And I cleaned it up for her and, returned it to her so, she can have it nice and clean, and in case she lives alone now. So she needs something to have for self-defense, home protection. And I just wasn't, when I was cleaning it, it was really, really kind of, the quality wasn't there. It was kind of put together cheaply, if you will. At least that one was. They might have some newer ones or some newer models coming out for Charter Arms that are a little bit better. But that's why I think I'd probably look at a Ruger 6-shot. That would probably be, hopefully, I think they have one in 6-shot, 38 Special. I know this is a 357, so it does have 6. But something like that, I think will hopefully work. I need to check out the trigger. I definitely have to go to a place where to let me test the trigger out to make sure she's comfortable with it. Because I'm not going to buy one and get a trigger job done on it. You know, not for something she's only going to shoot every now and then. But the good news is another gun for the collection, another excuse to go buy another gun, right? But I think this is the gun that's going to do it, man, or something in a similar category, in my opinion. I would love to get her in something like a Tank Folios 9mm, maybe a Ruger, something, you know, under the $500 range. That's reliable once we test it out, make sure it doesn't have any problems. The 9mm Glock I think would be a great thing too, maybe a Glock 19. But until she shows me she can pull a slide, there's no point in buying it because she's never going to get used by her. So again, this is my decision, or at least what I think I'm going to pursue for a good gun for a lady or a woman, you know, their first gun. I think I'm going to stick with the revolver. I've heard some people say that they don't think that's good because some people, they have bad experience with the revolver, the way they function. Even though to some other people they seem pretty simple. You know, pop the crane, and cylinder comes out, put some more rounds, put the other rounds in there. I think that's pretty simple to me. Well, I know the semi-automatic, you know, with the slide system is also pretty, you know, simple to a lot of other people that they learn how to use it. But I think it's more. I'm leaning more towards that for, at least in my opinion, of what would be a great gun for a lady for a first time pistol. Alright guys, leave a video response if you want to. Please post some comments. Don't hate on me too much. I'm just trying to make a reasonable opinion. I am not a lady, of course, at least not as a recent. Fight the good fight, man, and keep your goose tight, brother.